Members of a religious organization came on campus talking about God the Mother and raising concerns. Find out if the rumors are true.
February is Black History Month. We will tell you about some of the events coming to campus.
And UTC officials take the time to listen to the community. I am Shirley Slundy.
And I'm Alyssa White. Your news starts now.
People claiming to belong to a church that believes in God the Mother came on campus. Instead, they raised concerns about wanting personal information from students.
They were in the UC, people started looking around because you can tell they kind of don't fit in, you know, everybody knows what they're doing in the UC. And then they would hand out these pamphlets and talk to just females. They were just like, they'd get really in your face, they're very aggressive with you, and if you wouldn't talk to them, they'd kind of follow you until you did. And they just asked you if you knew the Mother of God. And it didn't really make sense with their religious group because I'm a Christian and I understand, you know, everything that's happened. And they're like, well, why don't you come to this meeting later on and we'll talk about it. You know, they wanted your phone number, they wanted your address, they wanted everything, like your personal information so they could contact you, but you don't need my address or anything like that.
We asked UTC Campus Police Chief Robert Ratchford about them, and he said that there was no evidence that they were human traffickers, despite rumors that were spread around campus. They seem to have disappeared after Tuesday. If you have any more information about this group of people, please contact University Police at 423-425-HELP.
It's February, and that means it's time for Black History Month.
The Multicultural Center kicked off a month-long celebration this week. Our Carlton Spicer-Smith has the story.
Black History Month is underway, and the Black Student Alliance, or BSA, and the Multicultural Center have a month full of events and have a few goals in mind as well.
The goal is to just bring awareness to the events that's happening throughout the whole month. There are 32 events happening this month, with which are more events than days. So it's just to bring awareness and get people excited about what's going on throughout the month, and just to give people just a fun outlet to do it, you know, still beginning of the semester. Just to have like a fun kickoff, that was the main goal and the direction we were trying to go for.
Some of the 32 events include Painting with a Twist, the Black Issues Summit, and a potluck. But aside from all the fun, what does Black History Month mean?
Black History Month is not just about the past and just glorifying no big names, Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, and things like that. Those are very important people, but I feel like one big takeaway from Black History Month that a lot of people miss is that we're still making Black history now, and that it's not too late to make a change. And if you feel like something is not right, or something not going the way you want it to, it's still time to revolutionize and still transform the way people are thinking. I would like to thank the Multicultural Center and the Dean of Students offices for both sponsoring a lot of the events that we have going on this month. And I would just like to thank the school for pushing the initiative to show awareness for this month and show that they really care about what's going on outside of the books in the classrooms, that they're really pushing for students to know and be well-rounded around the community. So just thank you.
If you'd like to participate in some of the Black History Month events, you can head to your Mocs Sync page and look at the events coming up. For Mocs News, I'm Carlton Spicer-Smith.
UTC hosted the annual Blue and Gold Memorial at Patton Chapel this past Tuesday. The ceremony honored faculty, staff, and students and alumni who passed away last year. Their names were read one by one after the UTC Chamber Singers sung our alma mater. Those in attendance lit candles in remembrance of those who passed away.
UTC is actively working to build and enhance its relationship with the surrounding Chattanooga community. The university held an open community listening session. This provided local community members an opportunity to share their UTC experiences with others.
Enrollment at UTC is beginning to grow. Total enrollment for spring semester is up by 1% compared to last year, and graduate enrollment is also up by 4%. Chancellor Stephen Engel reported that UTC enrollment is now more than 10,000 students. Enrollment for fall semester in 2018 is looking even brighter, with undergraduate applications rising by 42% compared to 2017.
Looking for a job? Dozens of employers showed up for UTC's annual Spring Career Day. The career fair gave students and alumni a chance to network with potential employers. Those employers included Coca-Cola, Murfreesboro Police Department, and youth villages. Local companies like TVA and EPB were also there. They spoke with organizers about the event.
But really, whenever we can help a student kind of discover their why and get them excited about the path that they're to pursue, that's so rewarding, and it's an honor to provide it to the campus.
The next career event will be held in April. Stay tuned to Mocs News for more details.
It has been cold as ice lately, and it seems like we're stuck in a trend of warming and freezing.
Well, it is Groundhog's Day, so maybe we are reliving the same weather over and over. But our Kenyel Jatan is here with next week's forecast.
Thanks, ladies. It looks like we will see a repeat of this week's weather because next week is going to warm up. On Friday, expect highs to reach into the 40s with lows into the 20s. For Saturday, the temperature will increase to 48 with a low of 22. Sunday, expect to see an 80% chance of rain with a high of 50 and a low of 38. And as for next week, we will see temperatures start in the 50s and raise back into the low 60s and high 50s. But make sure to bring an umbrella because on Tuesday and Wednesday, there will be a 70% chance of rain. That's it for this week's weather. Let's toss it back to the news desk.
An attempted burglary is under investigation by UTC police. The incident occurred on January 27th at around 3:00 p.m. near Lock Miller Apartments. The suspect is described as a college-age African-American male with a light complexion. The suspect was wearing a black hoodie and is approximately 5'10". If you have any information on the incident, please contact UTC Police.
UTC is in search of our next year's Student Steering Committee. The committee will be responsible for planning, executing, and promoting all student-focused events. The search is for students who are in good academic standing, passionate about the spirit and traditions at UTC, and eager to help. Don't miss your opportunity to apply.
One season is winding down while others are cranking up.
Here's Christina with a look at sports.
Thank you. Chattanooga basketball had a busy week with 2 wins, 2 doubleheaders, and 1 coaching milestone. Our Emily Edwards tell us about the emotional Southern Conference action.
Men's basketball caused a major uproar in the SoCon Monday night against UNCG. After a loss Saturday against VMI, the Mocs beat UNCG in a double overtime thriller, 87-85. In the second overtime, sophomore guard Rodney Chapman finished the game with a layup and 2 free throws to secure the game from behind win. The Mocs got the win thanks to Chapman, who finished the night with 22 points, and junior guard Nat Dixon, who scored a career-high 30 points. The Mocs entered Monday's game having lost 9 of the last 10 games. Despite their best efforts, the Mocs were defeated by the Western Carolina Catamounts, 68-70 this past Thursday. They look to get their next SoCon win against the Citadel next Thursday. The women's basketball team kicked off the intense week at home last Saturday with a heartbreaking loss against Mercer, 50-71. Sophomore guard Laken Bolden led the Mocs with 12 points, shooting 2 for 5 from behind the arc. The Mocs had 25 points from the bench thanks to key players Ariane Whitaker and Mia Long, who totaled 17 points altogether. Yet the Mocs came up short against Mercer, who is now ranked number 1 in the league. Head coach Jim Foster fell short of his 900th win that night, but he got it this past Thursday when the Mocs beat the Catamounts 58-41.
While basketball season is firing away, some sports are just warming up. Our Abby Walker got to meet the Mocs of the 2018 softball team.
Chattanooga softball begins its season next week, and the team is hard at work prepping for their upcoming schedule. Moc fans had the chance to see the team Thursday where they got to meet the Mocs. The team is standing strong with 26 players, including a large freshman class. Head coach Frank Reed said that having a larger team has already helped the program.
So, it gives us a little chance to have a little more depth. It's already paid off in scrimmage games. We've been able to divide up into 2 teams and then be able to do that. We scrimmaged yesterday, actually. So that's been good for us. But they are young, and we're still trying to get them to where we need to be, especially in our pitching department. We have one sophomore returner in Saley Hudson, and then we have a transfer in Heidi Hall from Oregon State, but the other 4 pitchers are all freshmen, so they've never pitched anything in this Division I softball, so it's going to be a little challenge to get them where we need to be, and hopefully the first weekend will tell us a little bit about where we're going to go with those pitchers.
Coach Reed and the Mocs begin in Louisiana this weekend for a preseason tournament where Reed says he wants to see sunny skies and a new level of play from those newcomers.
We'll go down there and try to get a few games in our belt. It's important to get wins, but it's important to find out what you're all about with a team. But you can sort of figure out where you're going with players and those types of things.
Ashley Connor is one of 3 seniors on the team and says they all have high expectations on the season.
We really just want to show all freshmen, sophomores, and juniors just what Chattanooga softball expects, what the coaching staff expects, what the community expects out of us, and with our attitudes, with the way that we play, and just heart. Just give as much heart as we can.
Connor was named to the 2nd team All-SoCon preseason team, but says she's not settling for 2nd, but striving to help better her team.
I'm happy to be on the 2nd team. I'm honored, but I definitely want to be finishing the year on #1.
Moc fans can count on an exciting season as Chattanooga takes on a tough schedule and hosts big-name opponents like Ole Miss and Auburn. Count on us to keep you updated on all softball action. This has been Abby Walker with Mocs News Sports.
UTC's rowing season is just around the river bend as the Mocs have their first meet on February the 3rd. We had a chance to talk with Coach Ryan, Worthy, the crew members, and optimistic about this upcoming season.
Low impact but highly strenuous. So people with any body type or current fitness level can join the sport and start gaining fitness. And then as the fitness comes along, you become more competitive.
We were also able to talk to women's team captain Laurel Jobe about her experience with the crew team and how much fun she's had.
Thus far, I've learned that rowing takes a lot of hard work and dedication. I've learned that it's fine to make mistakes, it's fine to not do your best on certain days, but there is a big reward that comes with putting all the work into practicing.
If you're interested in joining the rowing team, you can get more information at ryan-worthy@utc.edu.
All right, everyone, Chatta! If you've never heard that chant before, then you're missing out. But don't worry, because you'll get a chance to experience our hometown team, Chattanooga FC, will play a preseason friendly against FC Dallas on Saturday. FC Dallas is a major league soccer team, which is the top of the soccer team pyramid in the United States, and we will travel to prepare the oncoming 2019 MLS season. But the big fun is in the atmosphere with the always loud and proud Chattanooga hooligans. The game is this Saturday at Finley Stadium. The game kicks off at 12 and tickets are still available. That will do it for this edition of sports. Check out our coverage of your favorite Chattanooga team in our next broadcast and online.
You may have seen quite a few emails lately about Scrappy's Cupboard. Scrappy's Cupboard was created to help UTC students who struggle with food insecurity. They provide students with emergency food assistance and referrals to all UTC students without judgment or questions.
So the 2 easiest ways are to either go to our website, which is utc.edu/scrappyscupboard. The other way is to call the Office of Student Outreach and Support. So that's 423-425-4301. And we'll help you schedule an appointment and come in.
Scrappy's Cupboard is a great resource on our campus, and if you would like to help, look for the Blue Barrels.
A safe space where single mothers and their children can gather and grow is here. Momentum Network revealed their new homeroom with an event open to all single mothers enrolled in college. Founder Kara Hicks said that they have teamed up with Homes and Havens to provide a place of belonging for single moms who are looking to build a better future for themselves.
Well, there has been a lot going on in the entertainment world.
And we also have the State of the Union address. Our Jacksonville mom is here with this week's world news.
Thanks, Alyssa and Charlize. The 60th Annual Grammy Awards last Sunday was the biggest night in Bruno Mars' music career. Mars won a Grammy for Record of the Year for his big hit 24K Magic, and for Album of the Year for his album 24K Magic, along with Song of the Year for his #1 hit, That's What I Like. Despite having the most nominations of the awards, Jay-Z did not win a Grammy. Overall, viewership was significantly down from last year. President Donald Trump gave his first State of the Union address to Congress.
Less than 1 year has passed since I first stood at this podium in this majestic chamber to speak on behalf of the American people and to address their concerns, their hopes, and their dreams. That night, our new administration had already taken very swift action.
Representatives and senators gathered at the Capitol. Another 45 million tuned in on Tuesday night to hear Trump's agenda for this year's policies. Mentioned were infrastructure, prison reform, immigration, ISIS, and North Korea. Many representatives invited guests to join them at the address. The speech lasted about 1 hour and 20 minutes. That will do it for this week's World News. Until next week, stay informed.
Is winter getting you down? Dig out the winter blues and check out Punxsutawney Phil and his prediction for the winter.
That's right, and while the weather may warm up next week, it looks like we'll have 6 more weeks of winter. But you never know with the crazy weather of Chattanooga. That does it for this edition of Mocs News. Thank you for joining us. Make sure you check out our website, mocsnews.com, to continue following the news throughout the week.
And while you're there, make sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Have a great weekend from all of us here at Mocs News.